Howdy, this is David Groce, your Texas Tax and Lawman. Let's talk about the Corporate Transparency Act and a new requirement for small businesses to file a beneficial ownership information form with the federal government. A colleague presented this to me over a year ago, and I found it hard to believe that it was even true, but it is. The federal government wants the name, birth date, address, and a copy of the ID of every corporate officer, executive, or beneficial owner of more than 25% of every LLC in the U.S. This is a massive information grab by the federal government. This law will require over 32 million businesses to register in 2024, and then require 5 million plus businesses to file each year. Please understand, this piece of legislation was the only law vetoed by President Trump. However, both houses of Congress overrode the presidential veto on January 1st, 2021, and the CTA goes into effect January 1st, 2024. This may seem like a shocking statement to some, but this law is specifically designed to target small business owners, LLCs, and limited partnerships. Every entity that files a certificate of formation or articles of organization with the Secretary of State will have to file this report or face penalties up to $10,000 and imprisonment up to 2 years. The stated purpose of the CTA is to end the position of the U.S. as a haven for shell companies used to launder money, finance terrorists, commit financial and tax fraud, and conduct domestic and international illicit activities and corrupt practices. That purpose statement makes it sound like you having private information is almost criminal. And to the federal government, it's about to be. The truth is, the federal government really wants to know all about your small business, who owns it and who controls it. The Beneficial Ownership Information Report must be filed with the Financial Crimes and Enforcement Network, FinCEN. It's a division of the U.S. Treasury. Exempt groups include banks, broker-dealers, insurance companies and their agents, CPAs, and other specifically licensed businesses that already disclose that type of information to the U.S. Treasury and, quote, large corporations. Here's the link to the list of exempt organizations. Large corporations, as defined by the CTA, means companies that meet 3 requirements: over $5 million in revenue on the prior year's tax return, over 21 full-time employees, and a commercial physical business location. If you do not meet all 3 of these requirements or one of these listed exemptions, then you must file the BOI. The beneficial ownership information is filed on the FinCEN computer system called the BOSS. Imagine that. New businesses, those created after January 1, 2024, must file the BOI within 90 days of corporate formation. Businesses existing before January 1st, 2024 have until 12/31/24 to file. If you do not file, then FinCEN can fine you up to $500 per day, up to $10,000, and imprison you for up to 2 years. Just reciting all of that information feels painful. I would love for this law not to be real or to have hope that a new presidential administration could change it. However, the law goes into effect this year. Even if we had a change in the presidency and the Congress, this law would already brand you as a lawbreaker if you tried to wait out the election. To that end, our recommendation is that you have to give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. In this case, the federal government wants the information and you need to supply it. You can file this form yourself by going to the fincen.gov website and filing it online starting January 1st. If you want us to file it, shoot us an email. We will need to gather the beneficial ownership information for each officer, director, executive, or person exercising authority over the business, and each owner over 25%, including a copy of your photo ID. If you want to read more, the best article I found was from the American Bar Association, and here's the link. If you're still in shock that this could even be true, join the party. Every time I hear or read the words beneficial ownership information or CTA, I have a flash of the evil emperor from Star Wars greedily wanting to execute Order CTA. Until next time, adios.